Hello, Grade 5 superstars. Today, I want you to imagine something really wild. What if you woke up one morning and there was no rain for weeks or even months? No raindrops on the roof, no puddles to splash in, just hot sun and dry, dusty air. That's what we call a drought. A drought is a long period when there's hardly any rain. It can last for weeks, months, or sometimes even years. Some parts of our world get way too much rain, while others just don't get enough. Can you guess what happens when there's too little rain? Plants start to wither and turn brown, rivers and lakes begin to shrink, and animals have a tough time finding water to drink. Now, let's talk about places that expect droughts every year. In some countries, there's a dry season and a wet season. For example, the countries around the Mediterranean Sea get most of their rain in winter, but their summers are hot and dry. People there are super smart. They store water and plant crops that can survive in dry weather. In deserts, it's even trickier. People who live in deserts have become experts at surviving with very little water. But sometimes, droughts show up when we don't expect them. Imagine if the rainy season just doesn't happen. Now there's no water saved up for the dry months. That's when things get really tough. Rivers, lakes, and even wells can dry up. Plants die. Animals have to walk for miles just to find a little water or something green to nibble on. Sometimes animals die, or people have to use them for food. The ground gets so dry that it turns to dust, and when the wind blows, the dust flies away. Even after the rain finally comes back, the soil might be so damaged that nothing will grow well. When there's no food from crops or animals, people get hungry. And if this goes on for a long time, it can lead to something called a famine. A famine is when there isn't enough food for lots of people. People become weak, get sick more easily, and sometimes, sadly, they might even die. And here's something to think about. Droughts don't just hurt people living in the countryside. People in towns and cities are affected too, because food becomes more expensive and harder to find. So, why is learning about drought important? Because when we understand what causes droughts and how people survive them, we can help protect our communities and make smarter choices about water and food. Remember, every drop of water counts. Stay curious and keep exploring the amazing world around you.